If you're doing a decent amount of off-roading with your 2018 or newer JL Wrangler and you want to invest in some ways to keep your very important components in good standing order, this AEV Dana M220 rear differential skid plate is a great solution for you. Now this skid plate is tailored to the JL owner who is tackling easy to tough trails, whether that be overlanding out in the woods or technical crawling scenarios, and they want to eliminate any obstacles coming into direct contact with their rear differential to avoid a potentially catastrophic failure off-road. Now with being a protective solution to save you from getting stuck out in the woods, this is a high clearance form-fitting option that will stay out of the way while you're crawling and is on the lighter weight side. So if you are conscious about the weight that you're adding to your Jeep, this is going to be a great option as far as the skid plate is concerned for you. Now, your rear differential is crucial when it comes to your Wrangler's drivability and is what is turning your wheels when you're not in four-wheel drive, so protecting it at all costs, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere, is very important. Now, the skid plate cradles both the differential and the pinion, providing a thick layer of protection, which will save your diff in the event that you do come down onto an obstacle or a hazard gets thrown in its way, making sure that you can get out of the woods and drive yourself home rather than being stuck in them. Now with its molded build, it's also smaller than some other choices, making it, again, lighter weight if you are conscious about your gross weight when it comes to your build as a whole, and it stays out of the way compared to some other lower hanging choices. Now it even has some punched holes, 2 up front and 1 on the back, so you can clean the skid plate in between the differential and the skid plate if you do get your Jeep muddy, and it can actually drain properly because of these drain holes here. This is made of a premium grade 4mm thick stamped steel material, which is tough enough to withstand even some of the hardest hits, and the stamped build again gives this a good fit around the differential and the pinion. Now on top there is a black powder coat finish that will fight against rust and other smaller surface damage over time. The kit also comes with all of the hardware that's required for a complete bolt-on installation and doesn't require any modifications or drilling to the undercarriage, making this a hassle-free install. This is about $450, which is pretty average when it comes to this kind of skid plate. Now this option definitely stands out with the coverage that it provides and the more compact build, which allows a lot of clearance in a very low hanging and vulnerable spot. And it's also a mod that is super easy to install and just overall is a great investment to save you potentially thousands of dollars down the line in the event of damage off-road. So it is a great choice if that insurance is what you're in search of. Install here is super simple. It's a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. No drilling or modification is required. It's a complete bolt-on solution, so it should take you at most an hour to get this into place. Now at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers and they're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can bolt this up to your JL at home. So that wraps it up for me. Let's get into the install.
For this install, you will need an impact and a 15mm socket. Alright, today we're going to be installing a skid plate on our Wrangler, so let's get started. Alright, so we've got our vehicle in the air. This is simply to give you a better view of what's going on. You can easily do this on the ground. You do not need a lift with this. What we're going to do first is get our front support hook onto our skid plate around our differential. And this is going to go right where your drive shaft meets your yoke. So we're going to hook this in right at the top here. Now this is kind of an exact placement hook. Definitely want to get it in right. You kind of have to bring your plate up as you hook this in. Now once you've got this hooked around, we're going to grab our supplied bolt, get that into this side of our hook. I'm gonna run this in hand tight for now. That's just gonna help hold it. Now we're gonna get our U-bolts around our axle area. We're gonna bring this up, line these up, push it in. Now it might be a little offset for now, that's okay. We just want this to hold. We'll get our nuts onto our U-bolt. Then you can do the same thing for the other side, then we'll come back and tighten everything down. Now that we've got all our hardware in place, we're going to come in with our 15mm socket and tighten everything down. We'll start with our U-bolts, and then we'll get our hook bolt tightened down. We'll tighten this bolt down. Good to go. Alrighty, that about wraps up our review and install of our AEV Dana M220 rear differential skid plate for your 18 to current Jeep Wrangler JL. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Wrangler, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.